Hi, and welcome back to the Uniquely Yours Crochet podcast, where I am your very tired host, Stacy. For those who are new, welcome, and those who are not new, welcome back. Guys, it's been forever. I think it's been since Easter where I did like a quick carve video, just to give some Resurrection Sunday encouragement. But listen, grad school is kicking my tail right now. So, yeah, I have had a little time for crochet and a little time for shopping. I have treated myself in some ways, but recording, I've just been so exhausted. I feel like I look exhausted. But I have so many videos that I want to get out. First of which is I was tagged by Loving Every Stitch by Ruby, baby. For the 10 Yarny questions, that was like over a week ago. And so I finally feel up to doing it. I have a spare 20 minutes or so right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But be on the lookout this week. I plan to shoot out a few more videos. I have a Hobby Lobby haul, along with some Walmart, along with Knitcrate. That'll probably be all one video. And then I have some whips. I have some FOs that I want to show you guys. So look out for a podcast video as soon as possible. So we'll see. But let's jump into these questions. So, what is my favorite color of yarn? Well, for those of you who are new here, you might not know that my favorite color is purple. However, my favorite color of yarn is variegated, striped, anything that I do not have to change colors while I'm working with it. Purple, for my personal choice to make things for myself, is anything with purple in it, but preferably a variegated purple so that, or striped, self-striping, so that I can just move through that thing smoothly and not have to change colors. But purple is my favorite color. So lavender, royal purple, periwinkle, like, any color, anything with purple in it has a splash of purple. I love it to make things for myself. However, when I am making things for orders or for other people, my favorite type of yarn is most definitely variegated or striped. What is my favorite weight of yarn? So this past season, a winter season, my favorite weight became chunky 6-weight yarn, because I went on a chunky hat and cowl kick and I was loving it because I was shooting things off my hook like crazy. But 4-weight is what I've used most in my crochet life or career, or whatever you want to call it, hobby. When I was just doing things for a hobby, it was always, worsted weight yarn. So I would say between a 4 and a 6. I like 3, especially for my lightweight items for the summer and things like that. However, it takes longer for those things to work up. And I'm growing very impatient. Like I said, I told somebody today, I don't know if it's because I'm getting closer to 40 or what, that I'm just like, I like things to come to an end. Like, all right, that's done. That's off my plate. Move on to the next thing. So 4-weight, 5-weight helps you do that. 6-weight. So anywhere from 4 to 6. Haven't really worked with 7-weight yarn. I know that would be even more so on the quick side. However, I will work with a 3-weight. I actually bought, and that's going to be in my haul. I bought some of that very thin yarn that was on clearance at Michael's. It's a Wrap by Red Heart. I hadn't tried that, and I said I wasn't gonna try it for $12, but for $5, I was like, well, we'll see. So maybe make some summer tops out of that. We'll see. Anywho, what is your favorite style of yarn? I'm trying to remember what other people thought that style of yarn meant. That's a good question. What is my favorite style of yarn? I'm going to come back to that. What's my favorite fiber of yarn? I'm gonna say acrylic. I haven't worked with a lot of wool. I worked with like a 80% acrylic, 20% wool, like with Karen cakes and with Woolies Thick and Quick. Um, I've worked a few times with superwash merino. However, acrylic is what I'm mostly used to. I like cotton. However, the kitchen cotton is hard on your hands when you're working with that. So I more so like the cotton like this, the Yarn Bee sugar wheel, or the I love this cotton that has like the sheen that still moves through your hook kind of smooth. The kitchen cotton really can get hung up on your hook. So I like to be able to move smoothly through my projects. So more so the acrylic yarn, I would say. Um, what is your favorite brand that you can get easily within my country? So I love Red Heart just because of the colors. I love Premier Yarn. I love their colors, and I love their anti-pill. So I really enjoy Red Heart, like Red Heart stripes and their variegated yarns. As you can see, I have a myriad in my little cubby right there. Um, However, I love Premier because they have the anti-pilling, and that is real. And maybe that's what they mean by style of yarn. So if that's what they mean by style of yarn, I love the anti-pilling just because it won't look worn. I don't like to get done with the piece and it look like somebody has worn it already, or it gets those little, or to wear something and it gets those little pills on it after you wash it, or even after it's rubbed up against other fabric. So I do like that Premier. And you know, you can get it shipped, or it used to be in Joann's a lot, and then they took a lot of it out of there. They like clearanced it out and it kind of went strictly online. But through the pandemic, I moved to ordering things online a lot. So I got a lot of Premier yarn last year. The Premier yarn in the cake, whether it be the sweet cake or whether it be what are these? The DK colors. And this is DK weight yarn, and it does take a while to work up. However, I love the anti-peel, the pill of it all. So mostly the anti-pilling. I like yarn with the sheen to it. So I know that Premier has a lot of that. I enjoy the Karen cakes, whether it be the Karen cotton cake, whether I just got finished working on a project with the Karen cotton cake, or the traditional Karen cake. So I like Karen, and that's available at or Karen. That's available at Michael's. So most of the yarn that I use, I can get in the country. Of course, Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I love their yarn. I love their sugar wheels. I love their what's the other one? Is it a sugar wheel? The regular acrylic version of the sugar wheel. It might be sugar. I can't think of it right now. But I love this cotton. I love this yarn. I love their cakes, and I like their I just completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, so I like Hobby Lobby. So you know, that's all that I can get in the country. My favorite brand of yarn that isn't easy to get within your country, I was able to try Stylecraft, and I like that. That's mostly a European, UK yarn, and so I got it through Lovecraft, and I was able to try that, and so I did like that. I've never tried ice yarn, so I can't speak to that, but I can and I still have some because I used it to make a rainbow blanket. I used the Zines and Roger pattern where she did the solid color square and granny square, and then the outer layers are rainbow. And so I ordered Stylecraft yarn and did that for Stylecraft Special DK, and I loved it. I loved the drape. I loved the feel. It worked up really nice. I haven't ordered anything since, mostly because again, you can get, you know, other yarn readily available. So that favorite yarn store online and favorite brick and mortar. So my favorite online store is probably going to be Premier. Again, I just started ordering online. Um, like through the pandemic, because I'm the type of girl that needs to go inside the store and feel the yarn and squish it and see what the colors really look like in natural light and things like that. But again, last year when Michael's and Joann's actually shut down for a while, I was doing I was using a lot of the sales, and Premier really put out, sales and different things to get you to order, and they were pretty good at getting it to you in a timely manner. So I would say Premier. My favorite brick and mortar is probably gonna be Joann's, because it has the best variety of yarn, because you can get your Red Heart, you can get your Caron, you can get your Lion brand, then you can get the Joann brand of now, what is it called? Big Twist. So and then it has, the baby, it has your cotton, it has your wool, ease, so I would say Joann's for the variety, not necessarily, and for the coupons. I'm here for a good coupon and a sale, and they let you and then through the pandemic they've been very good with their pickup, where you can order ahead and drive up, and they bring it out to your car, and you get an extra 20% off on top of sale. So that has been like, I mean, I liked them before, but they've really worked out a really good system, at least here in Michigan during the pandemic, because I've been to like all of them in the tri-state area when I need balls, of yarn, and they have them in stock. So I would say between Joann's and Hobby Lobby, because I like their yarn, and the 30% off sale is always good, but then when they go with their 75% off sale in the summertime, it has pretty much padded this entire wall of yarn that needs to be reorganized, but that's neither here nor there. Because of being able to purchase really nice yarn at like dirt cheap prices. So I would say a tie between Joann's and Hobby Lobby. Do you keep scrap yarn? If so, what do you do with it? So I do. I have balls of yarn like this that are scrap, and then you have the balls that you didn't use too much out of, and so those I just wrap up and save and use for the next project, for something small. So if I was I actually use these to make earrings out of. So I might do something like that, or just save it, and if I need it, washcloth, like something like that. So if it's a half-used ball or skein of yarn, I'll put it back or skein it back up and put it on the wall. These I'm going to save and really try to do a scrap project. I started a scrap blanket last summer, and then when orders started coming in towards the end of the summer, beginning of fall, I had to put it in Whipville over here in the corner. So I would like to do some scrappy projects so that I don't, because sometimes they end up getting tangled up and I just end up throwing it away. Like, so I want to be more resourceful with that. So I have like this drawer is full of balled up balls of yarn, because I'm trying to save, and like even if I start doing like scrap hats and scarves or things like that, even to donate, things that I won't necessarily sell but are still good, so yes. What is my favorite thing to crochet or knit? I really like garments, in that I really think crochet garments are so pretty, tops and sweaters and ponchos and things like that. However, the things that take longer is like the con side of garments. And then I learned to crochet with hat or scarves and move to hats and scarves. So that's always going to be like the first love in my heart, to do like scarves, cowls, hats, things of that nature. I enjoy making baby blankets, mostly for the joy that you see on a mother's face when she opens up, just a really beautiful keepsake blanket that that's something that you can keep and pass on to other kids, or do as I know my mom has crochet from my baby shower when I was a kid, packed up in a box somewhere at their house. So, things of that, like, I like doing those things. And now, like, my nephew cherishes the orange blanket I made for his. That was in my first episode, I think. If you guys go back to my first podcast episode, I talk about the orange blanket, and it has a Z on it for Zach, and he absolutely loves it. He sleeps with it. It's been in the car. Right now it's over here on the couch because he curls up on the couch with it. But he'll still ask for it. And then if he sees somebody else with it, he's like, no, that's my blanket. So blankets, things like that. So I like a variety of things, but I would say my most favorite thing that I have ever made, what is it? This last season I really enjoyed the Cousins crossbody cowl. Like, that was, I don't know, it might have been because of Hunger Games, and I'm a Hunger Game fan, Katniss, but I think the most favorite thing that I have made that not even that I sold, like, even that I made for myself, is what is her name? It's by Yarn Utopia, Nadia by Yarn Utopia, and it's it's a long mandala vest. What is it called? The Sunburst, I think I want to say. But I made it in red hearts stripes, and I can't think of, it's a flamingo. I want to say it's flamingo stripe, because it had purple and hot pink, and I put some fuchsia red heart in there to break it up. But anyway, I made it for myself. It, of course, was huge. It long drags the floor, but when I say I absolutely feel like a queen when I wear that, and I don't wear it often, but it's probably the most favorite thing that I've made for myself. If I could crochet one last thing for the rest of my life, what would it be, and what yarn would I use? So maybe chunky hats, and I would use like the different varieties of Woolies, thick and quick, mostly because you're always going to need a hat in Michigan at least 7 of the 12 months out of the year here. But I guess if there was like one project, it would be like a blanket, I guess. Because a blanket can be, you can make a throw or king size blanket. I don't know. But I think chunky yarn is my new best friend. I loved making the Snuggie for my dad in chunky yarn. It worked up so quick, and it's so warm. It's heavy and ridiculous and long. And I think my mom uses it more than he does, but I really enjoyed making that. So something with chunky yarn, whether it be a hat or a blanket, I would say the chunky yarn, because it works up fast. And if I had a never-ending stash of chunky yarn, I wouldn't be mad. And that's right now in this season of my life. These questions, the answers to all of these questions might change this time next year. But those are the answers to my 10 Yarny questions. This went a lot longer than I thought it would. And I think I went back and answered the style of yarn, which was the anti-pilling. So I hope that that's what it means. And so, yeah, I am going to get this edited. It might be posted today. It might be posted tomorrow. However, yeah, so it was good chatting with you guys again. Excuse me. It's been a minute since I've been able to speak with you guys. I miss you all. I have still been watching my podcast, whether it be listening to it while I've been working on homework, or when, late at night with my feet up, finally getting to work on a project. So I've been keeping, up with everyone, and I definitely saw that I was tagged, and so I wanted to do that. At this point, I think most people have done this already. But if you are a Yarny channel who has not done this, tag your it. Let's chat about yarn. I want to hear about what you love and what you don't love, right? So I will talk to you guys soon. I definitely plan to to do more videos this week. So look out for a haul video. Look out for a podcast at some point throughout this week. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good one.